Hello everyone, Sifutami here together with Hui again. At the moment, we are covering the 4 core Wing Chun techniques. Last week's video covered the technique Jump Sao, the sinking arm. And if you go back a little bit, then you will see that we already spoke about Kao Sao and Tan Sao. Today, the 4th technique, which is called Bong Sao, the wing arm. The idea of Bong Sao is born out of the 4 concepts that we have in Wing Chun, which is the way clear, go forward, if you encounter resistance, stick, if the opponent's force is too great, yield, and if the opponent retreats, follow him. So what we always want to do is, first of all, we want to attack the guy with a kick, with a punch, with an elbow, whatever it may be. However, in this scenario, I encounter resistance to his arm, so I was not able to get through. And if I would bring that arm back, then obviously he would be able to get me here. So I get in contact so I can read what is going on. And now, since Wing Chun is based on sensitivity, we can actually feel whether this is a punch that goes up to the head, or it is something that goes diagonal, the parallel over here, or diagonal over here, which is where Bong Sao comes into play, or maybe he even goes under my arm, which will make me go into a Gan Sao. So in this video, we focus on the technique Bong Sao. So I try to punch him, and I encounter resistance, and he attacks diagonally. Now, Bong Sao obviously has these 3 joints here. We have the wrist, we have the elbow, and we have the shoulder. And we say that you would be stiff if you would use all 3 of those, if you would engage all 3 of those joints. So if you take a look at a lot of Wing Chun people, then you see stuff like this, which is more really like a block. And if you have somebody who is able to make use of your force, then this is going to end in something like this. So you don't want to bring a lot of force into this thing, because this would be more like a block. And what we do in Wing Chun is we always try to think more intelligently than encountering force against force, which means we would flow around it, as he just demonstrated. So what can we do instead? We use joint number 1, which would be the elbow. The idea of the elbow is that I divert his force. Let's see, he wants to go straight to my chest, and by bringing the elbow in as such, you go forward with your Man Sao, with your the hand that encounters the resistance, then you're being pushed into Bong Sao, and then you actually use this joint over here to divert him past your body. Then you don't even need to turn. There's a problem with turning and Bong Sao, and that is, I see a lot of people do this. They turn to one side and then they punch with the other hand. But let's be honest, how much power do you have in a punch when you're turning to the left and you deliver the arm from the other side? Those are 2 contradicting motions. You cannot turn to the left while apply a powerful punch with the right. This is why Bong Sao itself has this ingenious methodology or method of actually pushing him off line already. So let's say attack is coming in, the arm is resting here, and the second he pushes, your elbow pushes over, and that allows his arm to flow past you, so you're able to hit him without having to turn. All I do is I shift. So you will see my body weight just shift from one side to the other. I don't per se go into a turn, right? So I reach out, get in contact, form the Bong Sao, and now all I do is I shift, and that will make his arm flow past me, and I'm still able to punch from here, elbow, eye gouge, or whatever I want to do from there. So I try to punch him. Not possible. I get in contact, I allow him to form my arm into Bong Sao, and that's all I need to do. From here, no problem, I can punch with a lot of force, and once I do this, I take the other hand up in order to have a protective hand here again. Let's take a look at some applications for Bong Sao. So this video is really more about us motivating you to jump into action and to practice these things at home with your family. You don't need somebody to give you a proper Wing Chun impulse. It's totally okay if somebody pushes over diagonally or straight, or he does it here or there. So just that you can practice those impulses a little bit. Of course, you can also change them on both arms. What do I mean by that? Maybe he attacks me with a Pak Sao punch where I form a Bong Sao here and then I need a Bong Sao on the other arm as well. Or maybe he attacks one arm to Bong Sao but the next one to Tan Sao, so that I have to exchange those and I have the Bong Sao and the Tan Sao in a combination here. Or maybe he goes to Kao Sao, for example, and then to Bong Sao afterward. Or maybe he goes into the Jump Sao mode and then follows up with an attack to Tan Sao. So feel free to really combine them any way you like, and let me know by sending me a Facebook message if you like about, how is this working for you? What are the problems that you encounter? Do you have any questions to any particular technique? And we're more than willing to help you with that. So this wraps up the 4 core techniques of Wing Chun. Train it, have a great time, feed your body, feed your brain, and feed your mind. And I'll see you in the next video. By the way, if you should like what we do here, feel free to check out wt-online.com. That's my online academy. And if you would like to learn everything that I do in the whole student level program, check that out. We have everything in high quality on that platform. See you next week.